Alrighty, I think I am live, I believe. Do you all believe? Let me just move some stuff around real quick. Alrighty, can I get a confirmation that you all can hear me? I am live, alrighty. Alright, so this is Super Smash Bros. Melee. I don't think it needs any real introduction, but it is a platformer fighter made by Nintendo. Came out shortly after the GameCube launched. A very popular game. So what I'm going to be doing is eventually going over specific events, essentially individual levels, just showcasing them. When Dave said that he was hosting a disaster event that's mainly focused around high RNG levels, games, this is the first thing that came to my mind. This is the only thing that I could think of to submit. So I'm gonna go over about 4 different levels. Maybe I'll go over some extra stuff at the end. We'll see how we are at time. But I promised Dave 20 minutes, so I'm gonna put 20 minutes on the clock on my end. I'll probably go over 5 minutes per level, just showcasing them. They're very high in resets. You're going to see a lot of resets. You're going to hear ready, go a lot. Sounds extremely balanced. Raise his mic a little or lower the game a little. I could lower the game a little. I had raised the game actually thinking my audio was going to go through Discord. Okay, I changed it a little bit. Let me know if I went a little too far. Sounds good. Alrighty. Also, I don't know how to follow burst errors. Tiger Electronics. That was a real cool showcase, especially with surprise Bashi at the end. Boshi. I don't have my cat in front of me right now or a camera set up. I probably could set that up if we have 15 extra minutes of time, but I'm not gonna do that. Alrighty, so like I said, this is Super Smash Bros. Melee. So when it comes to speed runs for this game, there are a lot of different things you could do. When it comes to single player content, you have your regular match here, which you have Classic, Adventure, and All-Star. Classic is essentially your arcade mode, Adventure is your little story mode, and All-Star is essentially like an endurance test going through the entire cast of characters. But what we're going to focus on is Event Match. Now, Event Match also has a full category where you run every single event match. They're essentially individual levels that have criterias to beat, right? Some of them you have to beat in a certain amount of time. Some of them you have to use a specific character. Like in this first one, Trouble King, you have to use Mario against Bowser. I'm not going to be doing a full run. Like I said, I'm just going to be showcasing 4 different ones. Specifically, the last one I'm going to show off is the one I wanted to showcase when Dave mentioned this disaster event. But we're gonna hold off on that one. We're gonna do other ones first. So the first one we're gonna do here is called Dino Wrangling. You can see here that my time is 520 milliseconds. That's less than a second. The world record is actually 230 milliseconds. So even then, it could go even further down than what I have here on my high score. Yes, me and Dave go way back. We met on Twitch, I don't even know, like practically 10 years at this point, playing Mario Maker. That was ages ago. We've come a long way from playing Mario Maker. Nobody can open, nobody, it's an impossible task, but I'm here to do it. So we're gonna do Dino Wrangling. This stage is essentially you're fighting a giant Yoshi. If you wanted to do this consistently, quickly, you could just pick Kirby. I'm gonna start a timer so I can do this within 5 minutes of each. Sometimes he'll just kill himself. Like if you just watch, there's a chance he just kills himself. So, like I said, you're gonna hear ready go a lot because it's easy to reset. So we're gonna hope for Yoshi to essentially move that way. You could just kind of absorb him. and walk off the stage if you wanted to do this quickly, consistently. Just walk off and you'll die 30 seconds. If you wanted to do this at home, that's the easiest way to do it. If I was doing this in a full playthrough, that's essentially what I would do because it reduces the amount of RNG. But if you want to go even faster with just pure RNG and hope that he dies, you pick Falco. And essentially what you're going to do is you're going to smash your forward B, your illusion, and you don't want to hit him. You want him to turn right and walk off the stage and just die. The odds of me getting it are extremely low. You're not going to see it here, but we're going to attempt it for a few minutes just to see if it comes up. Like I said, you're going to hear ready go a lot. See how I pushed him a little bit? I want him to turn left, walk, get pushed off, and then do an attack and then just die. That's how you could do it within, that's how the world record does it at least, within 230 milliseconds. A fraction of a second. That's just pure RNG. Sometimes, a friend of mine showed me this a long time ago. A friend of mine taught me how to play Melee a million years ago. And he would sometimes do these, and I kind of followed up on that as well, where sometimes if I have my GameCube set up or my Wii set up, I'll just start grinding out this and see if maybe I can get that super low percent where Yoshi just kills himself. I promise the entire thing isn't going to be me just doing this, but just want to see, give it another minute, see if maybe we can, maybe magic will happen here on Disaster Percent. Yeah, nobody would ever submit this. That's why I felt like it met your criteria. We don't want to hit him. We just want him to walk off and die. The great thing about this is just how quick it is to reset and get back into it. And the leaderboard is based on in-game time, so as long as you're recording, just keep going at it. You don't have to hit splits, you don't have to hit your timer over and over again. You just go at it. Yeah, poor Yoshi. Yoshi does kill himself. He's big and clumsy. He's a little bit of a dope. You believe in Yoshi? Weren't you the one that said that everybody is friends with Yoshi, but Yoshi's friends with everybody, but nobody is friends with Yoshi, Dave? Didn't you point that out? I hate it when he eats me. I don't know why, it feels like super big disrespect. Like, I'm just trying to push you off, bro. You don't have to eat me. I'm gonna call it there. We're not really gonna see it. Like I said, I wasn't gonna spend 20 minutes on just this. I don't want to torture you all. But sometimes it's a little addicting, right? Like, oh, just one more. We'll just press Z again. Start Z, one more. Start Z, one more. It's just a little addicting to not stop when you're just mashing it over and over again, hoping. Ready, go. You're gonna hear it the entire time. Now, like I said, the first one here is Trouble King, but what we're going to be doing is actually the sequel called Trouble King 2. Oh, I didn't mention the first one, Dino Wrangling. The world record is held by a runner named Emperor91 with 230 milliseconds. He actually has the world record in Trouble King 2 as well with 4 seconds and 750 milliseconds. So mine's 570, about a full second off. So here you play as Luigi on the stage Pokey Floats against Bowser. This stage is kind of jank. You can't really grab the platforms, so we're essentially, you kind of just knock Bowser off. Now if you're playing this normally, you'd have to damage him up. It'll take a while, but we're gonna do it quicker in a second. Just showing how you would essentially do this if you were doing it casually. He even killed me, but we're gonna do this a lot quicker. So my way is to run this way. You just grab him and throw him off. You jump off. Oh, and he missed. See, that's part of the RNG. Or not RNG, I think it was on my end. I think it's more execution based that he landed there. You're essentially manipulating him to do that ground pound. He's supposed to fall off. Ideally, I want him to just land and fall. See, he did his recovery there, so it's actually slower. But it's kind of nice to just grab him and throw him off. It's kind of satisfying to pull off. He falls off. We jump off. Oh, he landed on the platform again. We want him to ground pound off the stage. He's reacting to my inputs. We want to be off the stage, jump, and side B, and he will do the ground pound. There we go. 7 seconds, that's actually pretty slow. Like I said, mine's 570. I could do it a lot quicker. Essentially, the issue happened is when Bowser did his recovery. A lot of times when I just do the grab, there will be times where he just falls like that. That's what I want. And I did it too early to where he wasn't far enough to fall off the platform there. Now, the world record actually does something slightly different in the beginning. And I'll showcase that right now. Maybe we can get it. Like I said, it's a little addicting to just kind of quickly reset and go back into the next one. I know it's a little boring to watch, but for me, it's entertaining. I like just doing this. We haven't reached the 5 to 10 minute mark, which was where I was going to be at the next run. So I have a little bit more to showcase on this one. Oh, he didn't fall off. I have to wait for him to fall off the platform before jumping in and doing the little Luigi rocket. And sometimes he just doesn't fall off the stage. Again, he did his recovery, so it's going to be slower. 7 seconds. So let me showcase real quick how the world record does it. The odds of me getting the RNG for this is low. But we're going to try it. Green Luigi greater than red Luigi. Indeed. This is not as bad as Roger Rabbit, okay? Because I'm not going to be doing this for 100 hours. So essentially what the world record does is just mash up B and hope Bowser kills himself. I've gotten it a few times, but it's pretty rare. So what we want is Bowser to just fall and do an attack and kill himself. And that's your first stock. It's quicker than the way I was doing it a second ago. And then you essentially kill him with a second stock the same way I was showing. He did his recovery, so it's actually slower. And I messed up. I didn't run off the platform quickly enough. That's essentially what you want. You want to up B and hope that Bowser kills himself. Similar to the Yoshi. Oops. And I actually survived too. You're not supposed to die. Kind of like that. But he has to die quicker. And kill himself a second time. So yes, it's another one where you just hope they kill themselves. That's the RNG. You just hope that the AI just decides to walk off and kill themselves. The next two that I'm going to show have a lot more input into killing them and not hoping that they kill themselves. Can do the attack. I'm just about going to wrap this one up and move on to the next one in a second. We're just going to get a few more attempts in. Yeah, like I said, this is RNG. Just hope they kill themselves. This is why I submitted this to this event. I don't know where else you would showcase this besides here. I think I'm walking off the stage too late. I need to adjust my running off time. based on where he's spawning. Okay, we reached the 10-minute mark. I'm gonna switch to the next event, but that was Trouble King 2. Next one we're gonna go to is called Seconds Anyone. Now, it's called Seconds Anyone because you have to defeat Captain Falcon within 7 seconds, but we're gonna do it in less than 1. Thank you for the good luck, Shawnee. This one does not involve Captain Falcon killing himself. We have to physically do it. Now, if you were to do this, you could do this multiple ways. You could do this, mainly we're going to be doing with Jigglypuff, but if you didn't want to play Jigglypuff, you could do it with Ganondorf. You can essentially just jump and hit him and hope he dies. That was like a little over a second. The bad thing about this one is, since it's so quick and you get a success, you don't get back into it so quickly. If you try to just side down B, he'll avoid it. But you could also just punch him off and hope he dies within a second. But to do it quicker, you go to Jigglypuff, and Jigglypuff has this attack called the Rest. If you've ever watched competitive Melee and seen a Jigglypuff player, they're kind of always going for the Rest. I always like to choose the Ninja Jiggly. So the Rest is essentially this little attack. If you land it on the opponent, it's essentially an insta-kill. Not really, it depends on their percent. But since in this one we're both at 100%, it will be an insta-kill for Captain Falcon. So all we do is just jump. Oop. Didn't mess it up. We just kind of keep jumping into him and hit him. Less than a second. My record here on my console is 410 milliseconds. The world record is actually 400 milliseconds, so I'm off by just that one fraction of a second to tying with the world record on this one. It's done by a runner named Makai. The way that Makai does it is they wave dash into him and do it. Every time I attempt to do that, I can't land the Rest, and if I do, it's not quickly enough. The way I do it is just essentially just jump into him. If I wave dash into him, I can't hit him, but that's how the world record does it. I don't know if that's the difference. That 1 millisecond difference is caused by that wave dash. Skill issue, definitely skill issue. Definitely a skill issue. This one is not RNG. It is a skill issue. So to get my time, the way I was doing it was just jump and kind of like cut the corner as much as possible and hope you hit him on like the first frame you can. Just doing it over and over again and hope I do it quicker. Hope I get it that much more quicker to the world record. Like I said, successful ones on this one are kind of suck because it takes longer to get back into it. But like I said, who would ever accept this except Dave? The world of Smash speedrunning seems nuts. Someone did an all challenges run during Longathon one year, and it was so long they set a time to stop and go to bed and come back for the run. There is a lot. There's like all trophies runs. There's a whole bunch of different speed runs for this game that you could do. Some short, literally seconds short. Some of them days long. It really depends on how far you want to go into this game. So that was Seconds Anyone. Now the last one I want to show off is called Hide and Seek. When Dave said, I'm going to do a disaster event that's a high RNG, nobody will ever accept these runs ever, this is the category, the event that instantly came to mind. Now, if you were to do this in a consistent manner, I believe the speed run for all events does it with Jigglypuff. Now, the idea is you have 2 Zeldas, and you need them to transform into Sheiks, because only the Sheik kills will count. And you could actually just throw them off if they come down here and kill them that way. But they have to be Sheiks. She's not gonna let me grab her. You can do it that way. It took forever. You could also just damage them up a little bit and rest them. That's why I chose Jigglypuff there. But if you want to go even further, if you want to go into RNG madness, you pick Game & Watch. Now, Game & Watch has an attack, this little hammer, right? Now, you get a random number every time you do the hammer. 1 damages you, 2 through 8 does a damaging attack with different effects. Some of them do fire damage, some of them do will freeze them or electric damage. But if you land the 9 is actually a one-shot. See, that was the 9. You get a little electrical sparks, that's a one-shot. So you're essentially hoping to get a 9 on them, but it goes further. Because at the start of the match, what we're hoping for is for them both to transform. Let's see if we can get them to both to transform. Nope. You see, they rarely ever both transform. So you're kind of hoping for both of them to transform at the same exact time. But not just that. It goes even a step further. We need the one on the right to see how she transformed on the platform. We need her to fall off the platform and transform. It's not just that she transforms. She needs to jump off and transform. See, only that one transformed? None of them transformed? See, we want that. That's essentially the ideal scenario where the one on the right transformed, jumped off, transformed. The one on the left just transforms in place. That's the ideal scenario. So we have to get a 9 and have both of them transform while also having the one on the left jump and transform. That was the ideal scenario. Now, this is what runs look like. See, and I missed them. I have to also execute. It's not free. I have to execute and get a 9. See, they gave me good RNG both times, and I'm failing at the execution. It takes me a few attempts to, like, get into the groove of doing it. You essentially just run and hope to hit a 9 on both of them. It is quickly reset, though. And I missed... See, I didn't even hit them with the 8, so that tells me I would have missed both of them with the 9. I don't know if the hitbox is the same on each hammer. I want to say it is. Yeah, I hit one, but the other one didn't transform. Didn't give me an ideal scenario. See, I got another 9 there, but I wasn't able to hit the first one. You kind of have to go as, like, far down as possible without landing on the platform below. Yeah, I keep missing. It takes me a few minutes to, like, get into the groove of where I'm supposed to fall and jump to hit them both. See, I should have hit the first one. That's kind of... That's... The failed attempts aren't the worst because it tells me where I'm messing up in my execution. I'm trying to catch up on chat. But yeah, if anybody ever wants to run this, it's a pretty simple thing. There is execution involved. There is RNG involved in multiple levels. Yeah, I finally was able to hit her with the level 5, so that's kind of where I need to be. See, I hit them both. If that was a 9, I would have gotten it. I'm also clawing the controller so that I could jump and side B at the same time. So it is a little bit taxing on my hands. It does take a little hand strain. I'm pretty much reaching the 20-hour mark. Oof. Imagine doing this for 20 hours. Oof, that would have been good. That would have been perfect if I just executed it better. Granted, if I had executed it differently, the 9 probably wouldn't have come out because it would have been on a different frame, but who's to say, right? I don't even think I've landed a 9 on a single one. Also, sometimes double tapping forward to run does strain my hand a little bit too. Yeah, this is the Ready Go stream. The Ready Go %. We've reached the 20-minute mark, so I'm going to end it there. Just want to showcase it. I wasn't able to get this one. I didn't expect to get this one. They have to be Sheik in order for them to die. Let's see if I can just land a 9 on one of them. They're bullying me. Help me, Dave. They're bullying me. I'm gonna go down with the ship. But that was the end. I don't have really anything else to show. There are a ton of these that you could do. A lot of them short. I don't really speedrun all of them. Just essentially those 4. Like I said, if I have my GameCube or Wii set up and I want to kill some time, sometimes I just pop it in and start doing that. I will record it. So that just in case I get that perfect RNG, I did have it. I like Trouble King 2 a lot. I don't know why. Executing this feels very satisfying. When he like walks off and you drop him. Like I said, even then it's quick for me to just pick it up and continue. But that's the end. Thank you all for watching. That's the Melee event showcase that I wanted to do when Dave said this was a very RNG heavy speedrun event. That hide and Sheik was the first thing that came to my mind. But yeah, whenever you're ready, I'm good to end the stream.